Asterisk, once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom blanketed in silver winters and blooming summers. A queen sat by her palace window, embroidering. As she stitched, she pricked her finger, and a drop of blood fell upon the snow-covered sill. Moved by the sight of the red on white, she whispered a wish. Asterisk, I want a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Asterisk and fate listened. Months later, the queen gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who possessed all the beauty she had wished for. She was named Snow White, but the joy was short-lived. The queen died soon after, and the king remarried a woman whose beauty was unmatched, but so was her cruelty. Asterisk, the new queen, a sorceress at heart, owned a magical mirror. Each day she would ask, Asterisk, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? And the mirror would always reply, You, my queen, are the fairest of them all. Asterisk years passed, and Snow White blossomed into a graceful young woman. Her innocence and beauty outshone everything, even the queen. One fateful day, the mirror gave a different answer. Asterisk, my queen, you are fair, it's true. But Snow White is 1,000 times fairer than you. Asterisk jealousy turned the queen's heart to ice. Her pride shattered. She summoned her royal huntsman and commanded Asterisk, take the girl deep into the forest, kill her, bring back her heart in this box. But when the huntsman raised his dagger, Snow White's tearful eyes melted his soul. Run, child, he whispered.
Ow.
Run and never return. Asterisk, Snow White fled deep into the forest, the trees clawing at her dress, the wind howling warnings. Exhausted and afraid, she stumbled upon a quaint little cottage. Inside, everything was tiny, tiny beds, tiny plates, tiny shoes. She curled up on one of the beds and drifted into a dreamless sleep. Asterisk, the cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs, each with their own vibrant personality. Brave, grumpy, joyful, sleepy, wise, curious, and bashful. When they returned from mining gems in the mountain and found the girl, they were stunned. Asterisk, who is she? Grumpy growled. Asterisk, she's like a fallen star, Bashful murmured. Asterisk, Snow White awoke and told them everything. Touched by her story, the dwarfs offered her shelter. Asterisk, stay here. Be safe. We'll protect you, Brave said firmly. Asterisk days turned into weeks. Snow White brought joy and warmth to the dwarf's cottage. But back in the castle, the queen again stood before her mirror. Asterisk, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? The mirror answered coldly, Snow White, who lives with the 7 dwarfs, beyond the hills, in the forest deep. Asterisk enraged. The queen conjured dark magic. She brewed a deadly potion and transformed herself into a withered old peddler woman. She poisoned a ruby-red apple that held a deathly slumber. Asterisk, one bite, dear Snow White, and you will sleep. Forever. Disguised, she trekked into the forest and found Snow White alone. Sweet girl, she croaked, try this delicious apple fresh from the orchard. Asterisk, naive and kind, Snow White took a bite. At once she collapsed, the apple falling from her hand. The queen cackled as storm clouds rolled over the woods. Asterisk, now I am the fairest. Forever. When the dwarfs returned and found Snow White lifeless, they were shattered. She's gone. Our light is gone, whispered Joyful, tears in his eyes. Asterisk, they could not bear to bury her. Instead, they built a glass coffin and laid her inside, surrounded by flowers, gems, and love. Seasons passed. Snow blanketed the ground once more. Asterisk, one day a prince from a distant land wandered into the forest. Drawn by tales of a girl of unmatched beauty, when he saw Snow White, even in her eternal sleep, his heart ached with love. Asterisk, I don't know you, but I feel like I've loved you forever. Asterisk. He knelt and gently kissed her forehead. A miracle happened. Her fingers twitched. Her eyes fluttered open. The spell had broken. Asterisk, the dwarfs cheered, embracing her with tearful joy. Snow White turned. To the prince, her voice trembling, Asterisk, you woke me. When no one else could, the prince smiled, because your heart called to mine. But far away in the castle, the queen once again questioned the mirror. Mirror. Mirror on the wall, the mirror interrupted. Snow White, reborn by true love's call, is now the fairest of them all. Asterisk, the queen screamed as the mirror cracked, shattering into shards. Her power faded, and her reign of terror ended with her own reflection destroyed. Asterisk, Snow White returned to the kingdom, this time as a rightful queen beside the prince. The land healed, the sun shone brighter, and justice bloomed like spring. The 7 dwarfs stood beside her throne, forever honored as her guardians. Asterisk,